Hello everyone, this is Mohammad Inayatullah from the Saimedha Institute, Koti, Hyderabad. So in the last video, we have completed the gunshot bits of the functions. Now in this video, we are going to start the gunshot bits of the topic limits. Okay. So actually from the limits topic, functions and limits, this is a single topic only. So as we have completed the functions part, now we are going to start the limits. So in this limits, we have divided into two parts. So as we are getting minimum of 2 marks from the functions and limits, limits actually will be getting 2 marks. So we have divided this limits into 2 parts. So in the first part, we will discuss the 10 gunshot bits, and in the second part also we will discuss about 10 gunshot bits. Understood? So in this part, we are going from the easy to the advanced level. Okay, so you have to watch the full video, like it, share it, and subscribe to your YouTube channel. And if you want any information regarding the ECET coachings, as we are providing both online as well as offline for ECET, as well as we are providing the semester tuitions also, first year, second year, third year tuitions. Okay, so you can contact SHASHIKANTH VALMIKI sir, and the given numbers are over here. Okay, now let us start with the first question. Limit x tends to 2, x cube into root x minus 8 root 2 divided by x minus 2 is there. Okay, what is the question? So limit x tends to 2, x cube into root x minus 8 root 2 divided by x minus 2. So the options are 7 root 2, root 2, 14 root 2 and 2 root 2. So in this topic limits, actually what we have to do means we have to remember all the properties of the limits as well as standard limits also. What are the standard limits? What are the properties of the limits? With the standard limits itself, we can write the direct answer for these questions. Okay. So if you are seeing the whole syllabus, of the mathematics, in the complete topics, only this single topic, functions and limits, it is having most of the standard limits as well as the TSRs. TSRs means time saving results it is having. By seeing at the question itself, we can write the answer. If you know that standard limits and the TSR models, actually we are calling it as a models. If you know that models means directly by seeing at the question, we can write the answer. Understood? Now let us use that standard limits and the properties, and we are going to solve these questions. So what is the question? Limit x tends to 2, x cube into root x minus 8 root 2 divided by x minus 2 is given. So first what we are doing means, this part we are writing it as same, limit x tends to 2, limit x tends to 2, then x cube we have written as it is, root x can be written as x power 1 by 2 minus 8 into root 2 is there. Again root 2 means how we can write that part? Root 2 means 2 power 1 by 2. Understood? Now divided by x minus 2 we are writing as it is. Understood? Now this part x cube into x power 1 by 2 is there, means we are having the bases are same over here, but in this part 8 and 2 is there. So can we write 8 in the other form? Another form means we are writing this part as 2 cube. How we are writing? We are writing it as 2 cube, because 2 cube means 2 into 2 into 2, 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8. So 8 into 2 power 1 by 2 we have taken. Now which is equals to limit x tends to 2 we have taken. Now whenever bases are same in multiplication, if the bases are same on multiplication means what we have to do? We have to add the powers. So this part can be written as x power 3 plus 1 by 2. 3 plus 1 by 2 means 7 by 2 minus, similarly over here bases are same, power should be added, 2 power 7 by 2 divided by x minus 2 we have taken. Understood? Now we are having one of the standard limit. What is the standard limit? Limit x tends to a, limit x tends to a, x power n minus a power n divided by x minus a, it is equals to n into a power n minus 1. This is our standard limit. So with the help of this standard limit, what we have to do? We have to solve this part. Okay. So first we have to check whether it is in the form of x power n minus a power n divided by x minus a or not. After checking the form itself, what we can use? We can use the direct formula, which is n into a power n minus 1. Okay. So what we are checking over here, x power 7 by 2 minus 2 power 7 by 2 divided by x minus 2 is there, means it is in the form of x power n minus a power n divided by x minus a. So let us use the direct formula, which is equals to n into a power n minus 1. N means what is the value over here? 7 by 2 into a power, a means what is the value of a? So it is 2 over here. Okay, what we have taken? 2. Now a power n minus 1, n minus 1 means 7 by 2 minus 1, which is equals to 7 by 2 into 2 power. If you are taking the LCM means the denominator part will be 2, the numerator part will be 5. Okay, what we have taken? 7 by 2 into 2 power 5 by 2 we have taken, but we are not having the options over here and it is in the form of root 2. Okay, we can observe that all the options in the form of root 2. So what we are doing means we are simplifying this part. So 7 by 2 into this 2 power 5 by 2 means we can write it as root 2 power 5. How we are writing? Root 2 power 5. Okay, so root 2 power 5 means if you want to convert the square root, so it should be written in the power. If it is written in the power means it will be 1 by 2. 5 into 1 by 2 means 5 by 2. Understood? So for this 5 by 2 we are writing it as root 2 power 5. So which is equals to 7 by 2 into root 2 power 5 means root 2 into root 2 into root 2 into root 2 into root 2. 5 times we have taken. Root 2 into root 2 means it will be 2. Root 2 into root 2 means it will be 2. 2 2s are 4. 4 into root 2. So what we are getting? 4 into root 2. Understood? Now next 2 1s are 2 2s are. So which is equals to 7 2s are 14. 14 root 2. What we are getting the answer? 14 root 2. So whenever we are taking limit x tends to 2 x cube into root x minus 8 root 2 divided by x minus 2 means we are getting the answer as 14 root 2. Now let us see the options over here. 7 root 2, 14 root 2 and 2 root 2 is given. So according to our answer, option number 3 is correct. Okay, option number 3 which is equals to 14 root 2. Understood? Now pause the video, note it down. Now let us see the next question over here. Limit x tends to 1, 2x minus 3 into root x minus 1 divided by 2x square plus x minus 3 is given. So limit x tends to 1 means what we have to do? In the place of x we have to write 1. Understood? So whenever we are writing this part, so 2 into 1 is there, then minus 3, 2 into 1 means 2, 2 minus 3, then root x minus 1 is there, root 1 value it is equals to 1 itself, 1 minus 1 it is equals to 0, 0 into this part it is equals to 0, so the numerator part it is becoming 0. What about the denominator part now? So in the place of x we are writing 1, so this will be 2 into 1 means 2, 2 plus 1 means 3, 3 minus 3 it is equals to 0. So we are getting the answer as 0 by 0. If you are getting the answer as 0 by 0 means what we have to say? It is indeterminate form. It is indeterminate form. So whenever we are getting the indeterminate form, what we have to do? We have to do somewhat changes over there. Understood? The changes means what we can do over here, this part 2x square plus x minus 3 is there, we are having the quadratic form. For that quadratic form, what we are doing means we are taking the factors for that part. Is it clear? So let us write this part 2x square plus x minus 3 is there. Understood? Now let us take out the factors for this form. So 2x square plus x minus 3 means how we can factorize this one if you are multiplying this first and the last term. So this will become minus 6x square. Minus 6x square. Now we have to take the two numbers. Which terms or which numbers we can take over here? So this can be written as 3x minus 2x, because plus into minus, minus 3 2s are 6, x into x square, 3x minus 2x means we are getting it as x. Okay, so we have to take 3x and minus 2x. So 2x square plus 3x minus 2x minus 3 we have taken. Now from this part we are taking some part as common. What we can take common as means only x part. So if you are taking x as common means the remaining part will be 2x plus 3. Now from this what we can take as common? Minus 1 we are taking. If you are taking minus 1 means 2x plus 3. Understood? So 2x plus 3. Now again if you are taking 2x plus 3 as common means what is the remaining part over here? The remaining is x minus 1. Okay. So instead of this quadratic form, what we have to write now? 2x plus 3 into x minus 1. So this part will be as it is. Limit x tends to 1, then 2x minus 3 into root x minus 1 divided by then 2x plus 3 into x minus 1. Okay, x minus 1 we have taken. Now after writing this part, let us try substituting the x value. X value means 1, root 1 means 1 only, then this part is 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1 means 0, 0 into this part, numerator is becoming 0. Again 1 minus 1 means 0, 0 into this complete part means it is becoming 0, 0 by 0, again indeterminate form. So what we can do means, listen here carefully, limit x tends to 1, this numerator part we are writing as it is, 2x minus 3 into root x minus 1 divided by 2x plus 3 we have taken. Now instead of this x minus 1, can we write it is equals to root x minus 1 into root x plus 1, root x minus 1 into root x plus 1, because a minus b into a plus b, a minus b into a plus b means a square minus b square. So this is a square minus b square, square root gets cancelled, it is x minus 1 square means 1. So instead of this x minus 1, what we are writing, root x minus 1 into root x plus 1. Okay, this part we have taken. Now this root x minus 1 gets cancelled. So what is the remaining part now? So 2x minus 3 divided by 2x plus 3 into root x plus 1 is there. Okay. Now what we are writing, limit x tends to 1, 2x minus 3 divided by 2x plus 3 into root x plus 1 we have taken. Okay. Now let us substitute the x value now. If you are substituting the x value means 2 ones are 2, 2 minus 3 means minus 1 divided by 2 ones are 2, 2 plus 3 means it is 5. Then root 1 means 1, 1 plus 1 means 2, 5 2s are 10. So what we are getting the answer, minus 1 by 10. So let us see the options over here. 1 by 10 is there, 0 is there, minus 1 by 5 is there, minus 1 by 10 is there. So see the options carefully. We are having 1 by 10 and minus 1 by 10 also. So don't do the mistakes in the plus or minus sign. What we are getting the answer, minus 1 by 10. So let us go with the option 4. Option 4 will be correct. Now pause the video, note it down. Okay, now listen here. Next question is, limit n tends to infinity, n into 1 cube plus 2 cube plus so on up to n cube whole square divided by 1 square plus 2 square plus so on up to n square whole cube is given over here, and the options are 27 by 16, 16 by 27, 9 by 4 and 4 by 9. So actual method, what is the actual method for this question means, you have to use the formula for this part, 1 cube plus 2 cube plus so on is there, so you have to use the formula for sigma n cube, and for this also you have to use the formula for sigma n square. Okay. So if you are using the formula, so you will be getting more steps over there. So we are having one model for this part. Okay. What we are having? We are having one TSR for this type of questions. What is the TSR? Let us write it now. So limit n tends to infinity if the form is 1 power k plus 2 power k plus 3 power k plus so on up to n power k divided by n power k plus 1, which is equals to 1 divided by k plus 1. This is our model. Okay, this is our TSR. So whenever the form is 1 power k plus 2 power k plus 3 power k so on up to n power k divided by n power k plus 1, it is equals to what we have to write directly, 1 divided by k plus 1 we have to write. That's it. Understood? So if the question was directly, okay, listen here, we will take one example. So if you are taking this part, 1 cube plus 2 cube plus so on is given. So limit n tends to infinity, 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus so on up to n cube divided by n power 4 is given. Okay. For example, we are taking this one. So 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube so on up to n cube divided by n power 4 we have taken. 4 means this numerator part it is k and this denominator part should be k plus 1. Okay. So whenever we are having this form, then it is equals to directly what we can write, 1 divided by 4. What is the value over here? 4 is there. So we are writing the answer as 1 by 4. Understood? So this is our TSR, time saving result. By seeing the question itself, how we can write the answer. Means if you are using the formula over sigma n cube formula, sigma n square formula, then you have to write all the steps over there. So it is taking more time for you. Okay. So now what we can do means this part 1 cube plus 2 cube, the numerator part we are having, but over here in the denominator it should be, if it is 3 means power 3 means in the denominator the power should be 4. Okay, that part we are not having, so we have to assume that one. And in the denominator also, if the power is 2, again in this part we should get the power as 3. Okay, so in this part also we are not having, so we are multiplying and dividing that part. So first step, how we can write this part as limit n tends to infinity we have taken. So n is as it is, then 1 cube plus 2 cube plus so on up to n cube. Then what we are taking over here, divided by, multiplying and dividing, we are assuming what should be in the denominator part according to that form, n power k plus 1. N power k plus 1 means what we are having, n power 4. What we are taking, n power 4. So directly we can't take this part, we have to multiply as well as divide. So n power 4 divided by n power 4 we have taken. Understood? Now this part, so again what we are having, whole square we are having, divided by, okay, divided by, then this part 1 square plus 2 square plus so on up to n square. Then in this part also the denominator part should be n cube. If it is n cube means we are multiplying as well as dividing by n cube, and what we are having, whole cube we are having. Understood? We are having the whole cube part. So now which is equals to limit n tends to infinity we have written as it is. Now this n part we are writing as it is. Okay, n part we are writing as it is. Now we want this part only, n power 4 only, because the form is 1 power k plus 2 power k divided by n power k plus 1 is there. So we want this part only. For this part we are taking outside. Whenever we are taking outside means this power is there, no? So this power should be given to this part also, this term also. N power 4 is there. N power 4 whole square. Power to the power means what we have to do? We have to multiply. 4 2s are 8. So what we can write over here? N into n power 8, then the remaining part is 1 cube plus 2 cube plus so on up to n cube divided by n power 4. Then again divided by, what we can write, divided by, this is divided by. Then what is left over here? Again only this n cube part we want. Now this n cube means we are taking outside. If you are giving this cube part for this one, power to the power we have to multiply. Then 3 power 3 means 3 into 3 means 3 into 3 it is equals to 9. So what we are writing now? So n power 9 into 1 square plus 2 square plus so on up to n square divided by n cube we have taken. Then this is whole cube. Understood? Now let us use that TSR. So first we are writing this step which is limit n tends to infinity. N into n power 8 is there. N into n power 8 means what we can write? Bases are same in multiplication. Power should be added. 1 plus 8 means 9. N power 9 into 1 cube plus 2 cube plus so on up to n cube divided by n power 4. Then this is what it is, this one, this is whole square. So whole square we are writing, divided by again n power 9 into 1 square plus 2 square plus so on up to n square divided by n cube, and this part is whole cube. Okay, so we have converted this part into that one. Now it is very simple, which is equals to, now instead of this part what we are writing, actually if it is 1 cube plus 2 cube divided by n power 4 means we are writing directly as 1 by 4. So this n power 9 gets cancelled. For this part what we can write the answer as 1 by 4 and whole square is there. So 1 by 4 whole square we have taken, divided by, for this part what we can write, 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 whole cube we are taking. So which is equals to, if you are giving the square for this part, 1 square means 1 divided by 4 square means 16 divided by 1 cube means 1 divided by 3 cube, 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27. Okay, so 1 by 16 whole divided by 1 by 27 means what we can write, 27 divided by 16. So this is our final answer. So let us take the options over here, 27 by 16, 16 by 27, 9 by 4, 4 by 9 means according to our answer which option will be correct? Our option number 1, which is 27 by 16. But you have to remember this TSRs. Okay, with the help of this TSR only directly we are solving. If you are using this formula, sigma n cube formula, sigma n square formula, means it will be taking more steps. If you are comparing with this problem, it will be taking more steps if you are using the formula over there. Understood? Now pause the video, note it down. Now next question is limit x tends to infinity. X tends to infinity, square root of x square minus 1 divided by 2x plus 1 is given. And what are the options? 1, 0, minus 1 and 1 by 2. So whenever we are having x tends to infinity, we are having the same method, same steps we have to follow whenever we are having x tends to infinity. So what is this x tends to infinity means? We are writing this part, limit x tends to infinity. So for this part, whenever x tends to infinity is given and the question it is in the form of f of x divided by g of x, whenever we are having the form as f of x divided by g of x means we are having one of the model for that part, we are having one of the TSR. So we will discuss it later, but what is the main steps over here, okay, how we have to solve whenever x tends to infinity is given. So first we will see this part, then by seeing at the question itself how we can say the answer, we will see with the model part over there, understood. Now for this root x square minus 1 means what we are doing from the numerator, this root is as it is. Now between these two terms we are taking x square as common. If you are taking x square as common means it will be 1 minus 1 by x square. So this is the numerator part, divided by 2x plus 1 is there, 2x plus 1 means if you are taking x as common, the remaining part will be 2 plus 1 by x, understood. Now in this part what we are doing, limit x tends to infinity, again we have taken, if you are giving the square root for x square separately and for this part 1 minus 1 by x square separately. So this can be written as root x square means square root gets cancelled, so this will be x, then into this part will be root 1 minus 1 by x square divided by x into 2 plus 1 by x. Okay, so this part we have done. Now this x gets cancelled. So what we are having, limit x tends to infinity is there. Whenever we are having x tends to infinity, you have to remember one point, that is 1 by x it is tending to 0. X tends to infinity means 1 by x is tending to 0. So let us write, whenever we are having 1 by x part means over there what we can write, 0. So limit x tends to infinity means what we are writing, 1 by x tends to 0 we have taken. So the remaining part is root 1 minus 1 by x square divided by 2 plus 1 by x, understood. Now let us substitute the 1 by x value. What is 1 by x value? 0. So this is root 1 minus 0 divided by 2 plus 0, which is equals to, root 1 means 1 divided by 2. What we are getting the answer? 1 by 2. So if you have done with these steps means it is taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minimum 5 steps it is taking. But if we know the TSR for this part, if you know the model of this part of this form, then directly by seeing the question itself we can write the answer. Let us see the TSR part. So what is the TSR means? Whenever we are having limit x tends to infinity is there, we are writing x tends to infinity, and this part we are taking it as f of x divided by g of x we have taken. Whenever the question it is in the form of limit x tends to infinity, f of x divided by g of x, so which is equals to, now what we can write means we have to use coefficient, we are using coefficient of highest degree term. What we are using? Highest degree term in the numerator, and as well as coefficient of highest degree term in the denominator also, understood. Now we have to remember this one, coefficient of highest degree term divided by coefficient of highest degree term. So let us see the one example over here, then you will understand how to solve this part. Suppose we are having limit x tends to infinity, and what we are having, 5x square plus 4x plus 1 divided by 3x square plus 2x plus 5, which is equals to. If this is the example means directly by seeing at the question itself, how we can write the answer means 5x square plus 4x plus 1 is there, in the denominator 3x square plus 2x plus 5 is there. What we have to find? First we have to find the highest degree term in the complete question. What is the highest degree term? Okay, so by seeing at the question itself we can say the highest degree term it is x square, yes or no? It is x square for both numerator as well as denominator. From the complete question we are finding that one. So x square, we came to know that it is x square. Then after knowing about the highest degree term, what we have to select actually? We have to select the coefficient. So coefficient of x square in the numerator, it is equals to 5 divided by coefficient of x square in the denominator 3. So it is equals to 5 by 3. Understood? So similarly for this question also, what we can do? We have to find out the highest degree term. So what we are doing means, this is the square root actually. This is the square root, and it is x square minus 1 divided by 2x plus 1 is there. So, from the complete question what we have to do, we have to find out the highest degree term. So, as it is the square root means we are assuming that part, we are assuming that if you are giving the square root for this x square, okay, if you are giving this, we can't give it separately, but if you are assuming that if you are giving the square root for this x square means square root gets cancelled. So, in the numerator part what we are having the x, and in the denominator part what we are having x. So, what we came to know, highest degree term it is equals to x. So, when we came to know about the highest degree term it is equals to x, we have to take the coefficient of x in the numerator and we have to take the coefficient of x in the denominator, that is it. So, what is the coefficient of x in the numerator? It is equals to 1 divided by coefficient of x in the denominator, it is equals to 2. So, what we are getting the answer, it is equals to 1 by 2. So, this is the TSR part, this is a model. If you know the model, then directly by seeing at the question itself you can say the answer. Understood. So, for this step by step process also we got the answer as 1 by 2. According to this model also we got the answer as 1 by 2. So, let us go with the fourth option which is equals to 1 by 2. Now, pause the video, note it down. Now, let us see the next question over here. Limit x tends to 0, x square into sine 1 by x divided by sine x is given and the options are 1, minus 1, 2 and 0. Let us solve this question now. So, for this part, limit x tends to 0, x square into sine 1 by x divided by sine x means, for this part we can write it as x into sine 1 by x into x divided by sine x also. We can write like this because x into x means it will be x square into sine 1 by x, denominator part is sine x. Okay. So, we have written in the another form, that is it. So, x into sine 1 by x into x by sine x is there. Now, whenever we are having this part, if you are having the functions, if you are having two functions, if you are having three functions which is in the multiplication, so according to our properties of the limits, then what we have to do, we have to apply the limit for all the functions. Okay. So, if you are taking this x part as a one function, sine 1 by x as a one function, x divided by sine x as a one function, then we have to apply the limits for all that functions. Okay. So, let us write this part as limit x tends to 0 x, this is the first function we have taken, limit x tends to 0 sine 1 by x we have taken, then into limit x tends to 0 x divided by sine x we have taken, x divided by sine x we have taken. Understood this one? So, now what we can write, limit x tends to 0 x means this part will become 0, okay, 0 into limit x tends to 0 sine 1 by x is there, 1 by x means if you know the domain and range of the sine function, domain and range means what we are saying, what we are discussing about over here, the input values and the output values. If you are taking any input value for the x in the sine function, if you are taking any value for x, what we are getting the answer as, the answer will be, the range will be, it is lying between minus 1 to plus 1. Minus 1 to plus 1 means it is having some finite quantity over there, but we do not know the exact value. If you do not know the exact value means what we can write, as we know it is a finite quantity, but we do not know the exact value. So, we are writing this part as a finite quantity, okay, finite value or finite quantity. Then this part is completed, then into, why we are writing like this means I will say you, limit x tends to 0, x divided by sine x is there, we are having one standard limit. What is that standard limit? Limit x tends to 0 sine x divided by x, it is equals to 1, we are having it is equals to 1, but in this part it is having the reciprocal. If it is reciprocal means we can reciprocal the answer also, 1 by 1 means it is equals to 1 itself. So, into 1 we have taken, so which is equals to, now let us multiply this part. So, 0 into 1 means 0, 0 into any finite number, finite value means it is also equals to 0. So, what we are getting the answer, it is equals to 0. So, according to our option, what is the option given over here, 1, minus 1, 2 and 0 means, let us go with the fourth option which is equals to 0. Now, pause the video, note it down. Now, let us see the next question over here. Limit x tends to 0, 8 power x minus 2 power x divided by x, it is equals to, the options are log 2, 0, log 4 and 1. Okay. Now, for this question also, we will do first step by step, okay, how we can solve this question, and we will go for the TSR. What is the TSR? Time saving result, or else we can call it as a model. By seeing at the question itself, directly we can write the answer. So first what we are doing means limit x tends to 0 we have taken, 8 power x minus 2 power x is there. So we are writing 8 power x minus 2 power x divided by x is there, divided by x. Now in the numerator part, for making in the one of the form of the standard limits, okay, one of the form of the standard limits means in the numerator we are assuming minus 1 and plus 1, minus 1 and plus 1. So which is equals to limit x tends to 0, this 8 power x minus 1 we have written as it is, okay, 8 power x minus 1. Now from this part, minus 2 power x plus 1 means we are taking minus as common, the remaining part will be 2 power x minus 1 divided by x is there, divided by x. Now which is equals to limit x tends to 0, now this part 8 power x minus 1 minus of 2 power x minus 1 divided by x is there. Now we can give this denominator for both of these terms. So we can write it as 8 power x minus 1 divided by x, and this part will be minus 2 power x minus 1 divided by x. Okay. Now as we are having the both functions over here, so we have to give this limit for both the functions. So how we can write this part as, so it is limit x tends to 0, 8 power x minus 1 divided by x, minus is there means we have to write minus, if it is plus means we have to write plus. So minus limit x tends to 0, it is 2 power x minus 1 divided by x, okay. So we have taken this part. Now what we are having the standard limit over here means limit x tends to 0, it is a power x minus 1 divided by x, it is equals to log a. What we are having the standard limit? We are having it as limit x tends to 0, a power x minus 1 divided by x, it is equals to log a. So now in this part also what we can write, 8 power x minus 1 divided by x means we are writing it as log 8 minus this part will be log 2, which is equals to log a minus log b is there. Whenever we are having log a minus log b means it should be written in the form of log a by b. What we are writing? Log a by b. So now this part 2 1s are 2 4s are, which is equals to log 4. So what we are getting the answer as log 4. Now let us see the TSR of this part. Now how we have to write this part is then 8 power x minus 2 power x divided by x is there. Now we are having the TSR which is limit x tends to 0, a power x minus b power x divided by x, it is equals to. So how it is in the form of a power x minus b power x divided by x is equals to, what we are writing? Directly we can write it as log a by b. So with the help of this model, log a by b is there. What is the value of a? So first we are writing this part as log we have taken. What is the value of a? 8 divided by, what is the value of b? 2, which is equals to 2 1s are 2 4s are, which is equals to log 4. So our option number 3 is correct. Understood? So we can solve like this also, or else if you know this TSR or as the model, if it is in the form of a power x minus b power x divided by x, directly we can write it as log a by b. Understood all of you? Now pause the video, note it down. Now let us see our next question. It is limit x tends to infinity, 3 power x plus 1 plus 4 divided by 3 power x plus 2 plus 4 is given. So just now in the previous problems we have discussed this type, which is limit x tends to infinity. Whenever we are having x tends to infinity and the form is f of x to the power of f of x divided by g of x. So then what we have to do, we have written limit x tends to infinity, f of x divided by g of x, which is equals to coefficient of highest degree term divided by coefficient of highest degree term. Okay. So we have written this form, this model, this TSR. Now what is the difference between that question and this question means, this f of x and g of x, whenever we are taking these two functions which is in the numerator as well as in the denominator, the two functions f of x and g of x should be of algebraic form. It should be of algebraic form. Understood? So now in this part, we are taking it as limit x tends to infinity, f of x divided by g of x, it is equals to coefficient of highest base term. What we are taking now? Coefficient of highest base term. Okay. Now in this part, f of x and g of x are of exponential form. In this exponential form, what you have to take? You have to take the highest base term. If it is of algebraic form, you have to take it as highest degree term. This is the difference between these two parts. Understood? Now let us simplify this one first. What we can write this part as limit x tends to infinity. This 3 power x plus 1 means how we can write 3 into 3 power x, because bases are same, in multiplication power should be added. 3 into 3 power x plus 4 divided by, then this part 3 square into 3 power x plus 4 we have taken. Understood? We have simplified the part. Now we can do that step by step process also, but it is taking more steps over there, it is taking more time. So that's why, as we know the TSR, as we know the model of this type of this form, which is f of x divided by g of x, and it is x tends to infinity, and f of x and g of x are of exponential functions, then we have to use coefficient of highest base term divided by coefficient of highest base term. Now from this complete question, what we can say, what is the highest base term over here? This part 3 power x, this is the highest base term. So which is equals to, what is the coefficient of 3 power x in the numerator? 3 divided by, what is the coefficient of 3 power x in the denominator? 3 square, 3 square means 9. So 3 ones are, 3 threes are, which is equals to 1 by 3. This will be your final answer. Understood? So according to our answer, which option is correct? Fourth option. So limit x tends to infinity 3 power x plus 1 plus 4 divided by 3 power x plus 2 plus 4, it is equals to 1 by 3. Understood? Pause the video, note it down. Now let us see the next question. Limit x tends to 0, sin x divided by x whole power 1 by x square is there. So at the starting step, what you have to do means you have to substitute the x value. If you are getting the answer means that will be your final answer, you can go for the option, correct option. If you are getting the answer as 0 by 0, infinity by infinity, or else any one of the indeterminate form, then what we have to do, we have to use the standard limits. Okay. So with the help of that standard limits and the properties of the limits, we have to solve that problem. So if you are taking x value is equals to 0 means, actually we are having the standard limit over here. When we are having f of x to the power of g of x means we have to apply the limits for both of this one. Okay. So if you are applying the limit for this part, limit x tends to 0, sin x by x means it is equals to 1. Then if you are applying the limit for this part, 1 by x square means 1 by 0, 1 by 0 means it is infinity. So actually it is in the form of 1 power infinity. 1 power infinity means indeterminate form. What we are having? Indeterminate form. Understood? 1 power infinity means indeterminate form. Now what we can do, we are having one formula. Whenever we are having 1 power infinity means what we are having the formula as limit x tends to a, then this part we are taking f of x to the power of g of x we have taken. F of x to the power of g of x. Then what we can write, it is equals to e power limit x tends to a, f of x minus 1 into g of x. Understood? What we are taking, e power limit x tends to a, f of x minus 1 into g of x. So after writing this part, so this can be written as limit x tends to 0, sin x divided by x whole power 1 by x square, which is equals to e power limit x tends to 0. What is f of x? F of x means sin x divided by x minus 1 into g of x means 1 by x square. So which is equals to e power limit x tends to 0. Then if you are taking the LCM means the denominator part will be x, the numerator part will be sin x minus x into 1 by x square. So which is equals to e power limit x tends to 0, then it is sin x minus x divided by, if you are multiplying this part means it will be x cube. Okay. So after simplification we got up to here. Now let us try to substitute the value of x. The value of x is 0. So sin 0 means 0. 0 minus 0 means the numerator part it is becoming 0. Again the denominator part it is becoming 0. If you are getting the answer as 0 by 0 means it is one of the indeterminate form. So whenever we are having the indeterminate form means we have to use any of the standard limits or else models, okay, the properties over here. Or else what we can do means if you are getting the answer as 0 by 0, what is the another method? We can apply the L'Hospital rule. L'Hospital rule is very much important. Whenever you are getting the answer as 0 by 0 or else infinity by infinity means what you can do, you can apply the L'Hospital rule. Now what is the concept behind this L'Hospital rule means what we have to do, we have to differentiate you should know the formula of the differentiation compulsory. If you want to use the L'Hospital rule, what you have to do? You have to remember the formula of the differentiation. Then only you can solve this question using L'Hospital rule. So, what you have to do means the concept of the L'Hospital rule, you have to differentiate the numerator as well as you have to differentiate the denominator separately, numerator separately and denominator separately. Okay. Now, let us applying L'Hospital's rule. So, whenever we are applying this L'Hospital rule means this, it is equals to e power limit x tends to 0, we have written as it is. Now, sin x minus x divided by x cube is there. So, if you are differentiating the numerator part first, okay, numerator part. So, d by dx of sin x means cos x we have taken. So, this is cos x minus d by dx of x means 1 divided by, now x cube means what we can write, 3x square. Understood? So, we have taken. Now, after this differentiation, after applying the L'Hospital rule, what we have to do? We have to apply the limit. Apply the limit means x tends to 0 is there. So, in the place of x, what we have to write? 0. Cos 0 value is equals to 1. 1 minus 1, the numerator part it is becoming equals to 0 divided by, again if you are writing x value as 0 means the denominator it is also equals to 0. 0 by 0, again in determinate form, what we have to do? If you are getting 0 by 0 means we can apply the L'Hospital rule. Again we are applying the L'Hospital rule over here. Okay, again we are applying the L'Hospital rule. So, L'Hospital rule means what we can write? E power limit x tends to 0. Now, cos x, d by dx of cos x means minus sin x we have taken and the constant will become 0 divided by 3 is as it is. D by dx of x square means 2x, 3 into 2x means 6x we have taken. Okay. Now, after applying the L'Hospital rule means we have to substitute the x value 0 means sin 0 value 0, then 6 into 0, 0, again we are getting 0 by 0. Up to where we have to do? Up to where we have to do means we should get the finite value. Understood? So, again and again we are applying the L'Hospital rule only. So, again L'Hospital rule. So, this part will be equals to e power limit x tends to 0. Now, this part minus is as it is. Sin x means if you are differentiating sin x means it will be cos x divided by 6x is there. If you are differentiating 6x means it will be 6. Now, let us substitute the x value. Cos 0 value it is equals to 1. Cos 0 value is equals to 1. So, minus 1 divided by 6 which is equals to e power minus 1 by 6. So, we are getting the final answer which is equals to e power minus 1 by 6. So, according to our answer, option number 4 is correct. Okay. So, you should remember all the formula of the differentiation, then only you can go with the L'Hospital rule. It is very much important. Directly you can get the answer. Understood? So, according to the formula of the differentiation, and you should know about this part, okay, how many steps we have to do. Up to where we have to do. Whenever we are getting the finite value means up to there only you have to stop the answer. Understood? So, L'Hospital rule. What is the concept of L'Hospital rule? The numerator part, denominator part. Numerator part you have to differentiate it separately and denominator part you have to differentiate it separately. Do not take it as u by v. Do not take the formula for u by v. Understood? Now, pause the video, note it down. So, let us see our next question. It is limit n tends to infinity, n divided by n plus 1 whole power 2n is given, n divided by n plus 1 whole power 2n. So, this type of question how we can solve? So, limit n tends to infinity is there. So, what we are doing means the numerator part we have written as it is n. In the denominator, from the denominator what we are taking? We are taking n as common. If you are taking n as common means the remaining part will be 1 plus 1 by n. 1 plus 1 by n and we are having whole power 2n. So, this n gets cancelled which is limit n tends to infinity and 1 divided by 1 plus 1 by n we are having, okay, 1 divided by 1 plus 1 by n whole power 2n, whole power 2n. Now, we are having one of the standard limit over here. So, for making in that standard limit, what we are doing means we are giving this n part, okay, we are giving this power n for both numerator and the denominator. We are not giving 2, only we are giving the n power, okay. So, if you are giving this power n for both numerator and the denominator means how we can write limit n tends to infinity, limit n tends to infinity, then it will be 1 power n means 1 divided by 1 plus 1 by n whole power n we have taken, then whole square, then it is whole square. So after this, what we can do means it is in the form of f of x divided by g of x, means we have to apply the limit over here. We are applying the limit for both numerator and the denominator. Whenever we are applying the limit for the 1 means it will be equals to 1 itself. It will be equals to 1 itself divided by, now limit n tends to infinity, 1 plus 1 by n whole power n. What we are having the limit over here? Limit n tends to infinity, the same part, then 1 plus 1 by n whole power n, it is equals to e. What it is? It is equals to e. So limit 1 plus 1 by n whole power n, it is equals to e we are writing. So this part, if you are applying the limit for this part means 1 divided by, if you are applying this limit for the denominator means it will be e. Then what we are having the whole power over here, whole power it is equals to 2. So if you are giving the square for both numerator and the denominator means 1 square will become 1 divided by e square. So the final answer it is equals to 1 by e square. So according to our answer, fourth option is correct. Now pause the video, note it down. Now let us see the last question of this part 1. So limit x tends to 0, e power tan x minus e power x divided by tan x minus x is there. So we are having one standard limit. Let us try to make the form of that standard limit. What we are doing means this can be written as limit x tends to 0, e power tan x minus e power x divided by tan x minus x is given. So if you want to take e power x as common, means the remaining part will be e power tan x divided by e power x minus 1 divided by tan x minus x is there. Understood? We have taken e power x as common. Now which is equals to limit x tends to 0, we have written e power x is as it is. Now when the bases are same, in division power should be subtracted. So e power tan x minus 1 divided by tan x minus x. Okay, we are having this part. Now what is the standard limit means? Limit x tends to 0, e power x minus 1 divided by x, it is equals to 1. What we are having the standard limit? Limit x tends to 0, e power x minus 1 divided by x, it is equals to 1. So here also, okay, whenever we are having this part, two functions is there na, so we have to apply the limit for this e power x as well as for this part also. So which is equals to, so limit x tends to 0, e power x we have taken, then into limit x tends to 0, e power tan x minus 1 divided by tan x minus x. Okay, two parts we are having. So whenever we are comparing with this part, so e power x is there na, power x and the denominator x should be same, then only it is equals to 1. What is the power over here? Tan x minus x is there. What is the denominator over here? Tan x minus x is there, and we are having minus 1 means minus 1. So this complete part, whenever we are applying the limits for this form means it is equals to 1. So which is equals to, for this part e power x means x value is equals to 0, e power 0 it is equals to 1. Anything power 0 it is equals to 1. So 1 into, and this complete part also we are taking it as 1. 1 into 1 means 1. So finally what we are getting the answer? 1. So according to our answer, so this option 1 which is limit x tends to 0, e power tan x minus e power x divided by tan x minus x, it is equals to 1. So with this we have completed all the 10 gunshot bits of the topic limits over. So this was part 1. Then in the second part we are going to discuss more 10 gunshot bits. Okay, so that will be of somewhat advanced level. Now pause the video, note it down.